Welcome back to the Triple Crown News Minute presented by Kentucky Equine Research, world leaders in equine nutrition. I'm Ray Paulick here with news editor Chelsea Hackbarth. The Shared Belief Stakes this weekend at Del Mar is the second race on the card at Del Mar, post time around 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. Before we talk about that race, Chelsea, let's go back to Monmouth Park, the Haskell Stakes, where Authentic was a heavy favorite. He got the job done, but just barely. What
It was a lot tighter there at the end than the odds board said it would be, wasn't it?
What do you think? Well, then I said it would be. I thought it was game over if he got the lead. He got the lead, and it was game over at the eighth pole. But then what happened?
New York Traffic came a running, didn't he?
Well, did he come running or did Authentic stop? Because, this is a quirky horse. If you go back to the Sham Stakes, in the stretch, he starts lugging in bad, like, some concern that he was going to go into the rail. He wears earplugs. Mike was smooching to him, and I guess someone forgot to tell Mike Smith that he was wearing earplugs. But this was not the kind of prep you like to see for a horse that needs to stretch out another eighth of a mile.
No, I mean, if he is going to go that additional eighth of a mile, he's going to have to make the lead a lot later than he did. That's for sure.
I mean, I thought it does say good things about New York Traffic, and we'll see if he can get the extra eighth of a mile, because he really, it's not very often you see a horse that chases all the way around the track, falls back, and then comes back on again. It was a strangely run race for sure.
Yeah, one of the most unique Derby preps we've seen this year.
That's right. Well, this is the final Derby prep in California. Some Derby points are on the line. Field of 6 was entered. Uncle Chuck, who drew the rail, is out. He is going to go to the Travers Stakes. Bob Baffert saying he really feels that Uncle Chuck, Uncle Mo Colt, is a mile and a quarter horse. He really thinks that he can win the Travers, that a Grade 1 win for this horse would do a lot for his resume, whether or not he goes on to the Derby. And the Shared Belief is a points race, but it's not graded, so it's a stepping stone. And for the favorite in this race, Honor AP, it fits in really nicely as an important stepping stone to the first Saturday in September in the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, stepping stone? More like paid workout, probably.
So without scratches, he was 8-5 in the line. He'll be odds on. I really, looking at this field, you have Thousand Words and Cezanne, both from the Baffert barn, and they're the second and third choices in here. The other two horses, Kiss Today Goodbye, is probably, a hopeless long shot, and Anneau d'Or, may scratch out of here?
Yeah, he might go to the Ellis Park Derby. Blaine Wright hasn't quite decided yet.
Right. So interestingly, both Uncle Chuck, Thousand Words and Cezanne worked together. Their last drill was at Del Mar, 6 furlongs in 13 and 4. It's interesting that two horses that are going to be racing against each other worked against each other. What did you take from this recent workout?
Well, I've watched a couple of Cezanne's workouts now, and either he's not much of a morning horse or he's a little lazy. But the rider was scrubbing on him pretty good, and all of a sudden Thousand Words just kicked in and hit the wire, neck half a length ahead of him. It was a good thing if you're a Thousand Words fan, that's for sure. But I think Cezanne has more in the tank. He just hasn't shown any desire to put it out there on the track just yet.
Well, this horse cost $3.65 million. The Coolmore Associates purchased him for that. He's won he's answered every question affirmatively. He's won his first 2 races. If you owned him and you had paid $3.65 million for him, and somebody came to you and said, "I'll give you what you paid for him," what would you say?
Enjoy your life at stud overseas, and I'll see you next time, bud.
So you would sell rather than buy at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's some upside there for sure, and it could be that he's more competitive than he looks in the morning. But I don't like to base any financial decisions on could be's and should be's and maybes.
All right, well, we're going to talk about how we see the race being run right after this word from Kentucky Equine Research.
For over 30 years, Kentucky Equine Research has measured the effects of diet changes in thoroughbreds, including active racehorses. These results are used to develop high-quality feeds, ingredients, and supplements that top feed manufacturers, veterinarians, and trainers rely on worldwide. Learn more at KER.com. Kentucky Equine Research, world leaders in equine nutrition.
All right, with a short field, invariably, there's going to be horses that are in trouble. I don't know why it is. 4 or 5 horse fields just seems to be more trouble than in a big field. Chelsea, tell me how you see the shared belief race being won. I think we both probably see the same horse winning. It's pretty obvious, but tell me how you think this race is going to go.
Cezanne should be on the lead. I would say 1,000 Words and Honor AP probably next together, and the long shot horse should be there and about behind them. And Honor AP should just come rolling up around the turn. 1,000 Words will probably try and go with him. And across the line, it'll be Honor AP, 1,000 Words, Cezanne, my guess.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't see it really any other way. 1,000 Words is a horse. It's a little bit of an enigma. As a 2-year-old, he showed a lot of promise. Then he ran, he did not run well when he was sent down to Arkansas. The last race was a little better. We still don't know how good Uncle Chuck is, but he didn't put up a lot of resistance to Uncle Chuck in the last start, and we'll have to see if he can progress any further, or if he was just a good 2-year-old that turned out to be an average 3-year-old.
Well, I'll take an average 3-year-old this time of year. It's a crazy Derby season, and everybody's in with a shot.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this week. We've got the Travers Stakes next weekend. 'Tis the Law against a lot of comers, including Uncle Chuck from the Baffert barn. And that is going to be an exciting race, 1.25 miles, as always, at the Spa in Saratoga. We'll see you next week.